All right, so let's talk course, because this is something we've gone back and forth a few times. I think that there's a definite right and wrong way that we've seen education products done, and I think that the idea of course with a capital C, as we've talked about these, is something that carries a lot of baggage, and we've considered and we've pulled away from.
Well, there's been a lot of resistance in the company to this, and I don't think we need to rehash the story about our enlightenment, last year, but I think that was a great thing to have happened, and I think that doing boot camp and The Apprentice was a really positive experience. We're winding down with the last few weeks of The Apprentice now, and it's just been so positive. Like, it's been positive for them, it's been positive for us. It's a great bonding thing for the company, and like, I'm really pleased with the success. But now, how do we build that? How do we package that? And we're taking it very seriously. Like, we have a business consultant here, and we spent 2 days. He flew in, and me, you, Amy, Christine spent all the time with Danny Inney, and he's the best in the world at doing this in the way that we want it done.
And that's worth mentioning as well, because a lot of people talk about like metrics for success in one of these things, and obviously profit and your margin and number of students and sort of things, like those are obvious metrics. But one of Danny's metrics is, he had some index for like how many people finished a certain amount of the course, and he said, it's a failure unless it was, and I'm making up the number, but it was high. It was like unless 70% of people are reaching that final marker.
Well, no, his is about 70%. The industry standard is 6, and he was saying his isn't good enough.
I meant his barometer.
Right.
And that's the sort of thing we want to hit too, because, just to be clear, like, we're talking several levels of education within the course, and one will be free and all this stuff. But that said, the actual, like, the main meaty thing is gonna be pricey. Like, it is, it's really pricey, but and that's fine if you compare it to like a college course, but you can't compare your crappy info product to a college course and not deliver on it.
Right.
If you're going to compare it to a college course, it has to deliver the value, and you actually have to get through it.
Which is why, like, we are putting so much there. We're renting studio space. We're having Dave fly out and stay here for a week while we record the stuff. It'll be very well scripted. We'll teach. We will teach, and all the companion, the lessons, the course is going to be. Our goal on this is to make it the best in the industry, and I don't think that we're going to fall short of that. I think that when we put our mind to something, we do it, and we have very good teachers and consultants, and our team is so devoted to this, and we're spending, like, we know the day in 2017 that our cart closes. Like, we know that now, and we've got months and months to build up to it. We've got some really cool list building initiatives. We've got really cool campaign spread out. But the idea is,
and how can we deliver as much for free as a lot of people are charging for?
Yes, yeah. So that was a big thing. We said, well, how can the free version of this product be, not necessarily the best thing on the market, because that needs to be our paid product, but better than most other things. And I really feel confident that we're going to do that. I'm really looking forward to our next boot camp. I think it's going to be awesome. But just the idea that we really want to rattle expectations a little bit, like, this is what's possible.
Raise the bar, hopefully. There has been a lot of internal resistance, as you mentioned, and I think that I hope that we've earned enough. I feel, and I hope also, both of those things, that we've earned enough trust with our audience to know that we would never do anything that was a quick money grab. We would never do anything.
No, I don't think that's the concern at this point.
Right, exactly. Like, you deliver value commensurate with the price tag that you're. Like, you deliver more.
I actually
than the
take
price
it that
tag.
first. Yeah,
Right.
I think that it doesn't matter how much we charge, but the people who buy it need to walk away from that, having finished it, and saying, wow, that was worth a lot more than I paid. I literally don't care how much we charge, as long as that's the feeling that people get when they're done.
Right.
Damn, like, that was
And
worth
that's
it.
our standard. That is what we're building everything around. That is why we took 2 days to figure this out. That is why, right down to how we're promoting.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that 2 days, because that's expensive. We had to pay for a business consultant. That's not cheap, right? We had to pay for Christine to fly in. We paid for Amy's time, and we lost, 4 days of solid production between you and me. Like, that's kind of a lot. So that was a really expensive 2 days, but what the big questions that we're asking are, how do we scale through impact? How do we deliver the most possible value that we can to our community to, both elevate the community and then elevate our business and make those things work in tandem. Like, that's a really fine line. And I appreciate how much we're trying to find that balance.
And the community will see that this is not, how do we make a course? How do we promote a course? There's a lot more to it. I mean, it's in fall when we're finally done with all of this, and up until then, there's initiatives planned all the way for like free content.
Yeah, and it's funny too, because from the outside looking in, like, a lot of people will look at this and say, oh, well, that's their money grab, right? Or they're going to make so much money. But we actually had to sit there and like make a business case for even doing it, because regardless of the money.
Right, that was a great moment where Danny and Christine were both like crunching numbers, and they were like, yeah, if you charge that, you might as well just go home.
Yeah,
like,
not even do it. Right,
right,
because we're at the point in business where we have so many opportunities. So putting our resources for the better part of a year to make, produce, and launch
not just hard costs, but soft costs.
Right.
All the man hours that are going to go into this.
Yes, like, this is very, very expensive for us, and so it kind of has to be big. Otherwise, why do it? Mm-hmm. And that's something we have to balance. We have to figure that out, because we could just double down on fiction. We could right now just triple down on Story Shop, because we know how much potential there is. So anytime, and a couple of really big opportunities are like right around the corner that we can't talk about in this context yet, but we could put a lot of attention there. The course is not, I think for a lot of people in our area, in our space, the course is the easier money. And it's kind of funny, because for so long we put it off because it was the easier money too. And now that we're actually addressing it, it's harder money. Like, we waited too long, and now building the course could be expensive for us. We'll see how it works out.
Right.
But that's also good, because we're doing it for the right reasons there.
All right, so in the next episode, we're going to talk about sort of what this is going to leverage for us, like the authority.
Yeah, because there is two pieces here. So the launch is important because we want to help our community. We want to build some backbone to the business, and especially in that nonfiction vertical. But also, like, that's how you get known. If you want to speak, if you want to consult, you need to have written a best-selling nonfiction book. You need to have built a course. You need to have some kind of a really big, robust community. And I think that what we're doing is kind of taking these separate things and drawing, axes points between them.
All right, so we'll do that next.